want to thank you all for tuning in to Black Video News. As always, I'm Keith Scott. This is Black Excellence. I'm joined today by one of the funniest comedians to ever hit the stage. He's been doing it for over a decade. He's going to tell us about it. He's joining us right now, right here from the Alamo City, Mr. Quinn Hudson.
What's going on?
What's going on,
man,
Q?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man, as always, man.
What's up?
What's been happening with Quinn Hudson, man? What's been going on, Q?
Out there doing the shows, doing comedy across the country in different states, different avenues I've been taking on over the past few years, for sure.
Yeah, I know you just knocked them out cold here for the last couple of days. But man, just tell us how long you've been doing this, Q.
It's been close to 12 years now since I first did BET and got out on the road and started doing that comedy.
Yeah, I know you started out kind of doing the Comic View thing when everybody was doing it.
Right.
But you've been doing it for 12 years. For my viewers, how has this platform changed, man, from just 12 years doing it from then to now, Q?
The comedy scene has changed a lot because you used to have to, you go out to comedy clubs to get your comedy. Now with streaming content and everything, people are getting comedy coming at them every day, 24/7. So you've got to find a way to have a different message, a different act that's going to transition that from what they're seeing every day to why they want to listen to what you have to say.
Yeah, so 12 years you started doing this, man. I know the finances was a little different, wasn't it, Q?
Man, let me tell you, back in the day, I would have to use my deodorant until it scratched my underarms up. Like I wouldn't use up everything because the struggle was real. Yeah, promoters didn't have no budget, I got paid by a plate of wings,
Hot wings?
Yeah, man, like Popeye, Wimpy, I gladly pay you Tuesday for a joke today, So the struggle was real. So you have to learn to work smarter and not harder.
Yeah, I know there's so many different, when we talk about comedy, so many different platforms, 12 years in the game. But how does a young comedian kind of, start out in this game, man? Because, where's the money in comedy now? You got all these comedy clubs, you got all these different venues. How does a comic get paid today, Q?
It's out there. You got to first build your brand and understand that when you're working on doing comedy, your social media is not your promotional vehicle, not just come see my show. You got to build a brand, get people to know you personally, and then start to package what it is about your craft that's going to come. So you could do 7 shows at a comedy club for one amount of money, or you could do 1 show at a college and bring that same entertainment vehicle for that same money, 1 show. So you find out the colleges, students need entertainment. There's a lot of corporate functions that are as well that are looking for talent where you can transition humor into the message that they're communicating, whether it be a sales conference or whatever. And that's when you start to really evolve your brand for the opportunity for you to grow your financial means in this business.
I know you comedians get your material from all different types of, real life issues, real life reality. But how do you stay consistent, man, with new material, for your audience?
You really, if you turn on the TV every day, you're going to find something that's going to give you humor and then just life's lessons. That gives you the perspective of things that goes on. 10 years ago, I was 80 pounds lighter. So now as I'm trying to get, So now I'm trying to get fit. I'm going through real struggles. So when you talk to the audience who may be going through those kind of things, they relate to those certain things.
Yeah, so what you saying, even 12 years, we don't even move the same, do we, Q?
Man, are you kidding me? Look, 10 years ago, I would just have trouble every now and then after a late night party and fall asleep.
Right.
Now I get older, I'm on the toilet and my feet fall asleep. So, it's just a totally different struggle. The struggle is real, but, you got to learn to find peace with it.
How do you deal? You said both feet fall asleep?
Both feet, man. When both feet fall asleep when you're on the toilet, man. It's kind of a sad story. You can't walk it out. You know what I mean? You just gotta work it. I think that's how the stanky leg came into play. I think somebody one time tried to get off and their feet were asleep. They couldn't get up.
That's the best stuff. That's funny, Q, man. Man, when I look at you, man, I just see laughter. But where you making your rounds, how do you decide, Q, where you want to go and lay the comedy down when we talk about, all these different venues and cities in America?
It's pretty much a strategy, just like a business strategy, a business stuff. What time of year is it? Are people home? Are kids in school? Is this a time where people are looking for more entertainment opportunities? That's pretty much when you start to flush that out. Is it the holiday season? Are you looking to pair up with other nationally known acts and put that together? Or are you looking to package something? Maybe it's during hard times where you want to make a more affordable show where people can get multiple things. I like to do shows where I have like a live band and comedy, and people can eat, and so you get a full night of entertainment where you're not having to choose an either or. People have a good time all the way around.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. One of the things I wanted to touch on too, man, because the comedy game is changing. Have you ever thought about maybe getting into Hollywood? I know you out there in LA, man. So have you ever thought about, man, trying to, do some roles in Hollywood when we talk about acting, things of that nature?
Absolutely. I've had some. I had my little stint on Prison Break. I was a little Panamanian cop, so that gave my little thing. I did some for Stars and Encore. I did some on-air interstitial with them as well, with Black Stars during that period of time. Okay. But so I definitely been out there on that grind for as well. But the Hollywood scene is real, right? Yeah. So it may not be, Hollywood is almost the end game of where you end up successfully. It may not always be the place where you go to find the success. Because Let me tell you, I've been to an audition where I walked in and they were like, "Who's next? Mr. Hudson?" "No, not you."
What?
I haven't read my read yet. They're like, "No, you don't look the part." So that's the struggle that comes in within it.
Right. Well, I want to shift gears, and we got a lot of different issues in America still. Here we are, 2016, dealing with Black Lives Matter. Now I want to get off the comedy scene for a second, and I just want to touch on Black Lives Matter. What's your opinion about Black Lives Matter? Because for me, Black Lives Matter, when we talk about it, has that richness of, power, black power, striving, What's your take on Black Lives Matter, Q?
I think Black Lives Matter is a movement of consciousness, and I know sometimes it gets a portrayal of a negative connotation, right. But I don't think that Black Lives Matter is a negative thing. It really is about a consciousness that all lives do matter, but in the context of Black lives, we need to emphasize the importance that it actually does matter. And this is not something towards law enforcement or other races. This is for everybody to have an understanding that Black lives matter. And that means if a black person was harmed by another black person, we should have the same reaction and the same empathy and sadness and sorrow, a sense of loss when a black person takes a black life, or a black person is struggling, or homeless, or a youth who doesn't have parents, or a baby that's born due to a drug addiction, to the things that are happening, or people who are in authority who fail us when we are entrusting for them to be our place where we seek refuge. All of those places, the acknowledgement of Black Lives Matter is to say, it has not always demonstrated that we matter to everyone, to all of us as a whole.
Right.
For us to matter, Black Lives Matter needs to matter to everybody across all boards.
Well, I want to thank you for touching on that, Q. And also, man, I love, I hadn't heard it in a while, but maybe you can leave us. I know you talk about you got a ticket at one time. And you didn't get pulled over, man. Touch on that for me, man. What happened with that ticket, Q?
Well, we talk about technology, and technology is not just in the comedy game, right, or streaming. Nowadays, you don't have to get pulled over. I was going in the mailbox, and I got a ticket in the mail with a picture of my license plate. For real. Like, I never got pulled over, it was a ticket in the mail.
Right.
So I took a picture of my checkbook and sent it back to him.
You did?
Yeah, I did. But then 2 weeks later, they sent me a picture of jail. I said, I need to pay this ticket.
That's great, man. I love it. Man, thanks for joining us. I wish you all the success, man.
Likewise.
I know you're out in LA doing your thing.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. This is Quinn Hudson joining us right here on another episode of Black Excellence, right here on Black Video News. As always, I'm Keith Scott. Be encouraged, baby.